Hello everyone. Welcome to a new topic in chapter number 4, Chemicals and Chemical Changes. And the topic is atomicity. Children, we know that atom is the smallest particle of any element. Matter is made up of atoms. But do all atoms remain independent, separately, single atom? No. Atoms of many elements cannot exist independently. To become stable, atoms combine chemically to form molecules. That means atoms combine to form molecules in the cases where atoms cannot remain independent or cannot exist as independent entity. Look at this. Here you can see some of the examples of molecules. In some you can see one, in some there are two, three, or in some there are many. Now, in this slide, you can see we have two hydrogen atoms. They combine to form a hydrogen molecule. So, one hydrogen molecule has two atoms. In short, we can write hydrogen molecule as H2. Similarly, two oxygen atoms. They combine to form one oxygen molecule. That is why oxygen is represented as O2. Now, let us see this. Here also there are oxygen molecule atoms, but there are three oxygen atoms here. When they combine, they form one ozone molecule. You have heard of ozone gas? Ozone layer, right? It protects the earth from the ultraviolet rays of the sun. So, ozone is represented as O3. Now, what does P represent? P is the symbol for phosphorus. Here you have four phosphorus atoms and they combine to form one phosphorus molecule, that is P4. S is the symbol of sulfur. Here you have how many sulfur atoms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Sulfur, 8 sulfur atoms, they combine to form one sulfur molecule. This is sulfur molecule. Now children, we have seen that hydrogen and oxygen molecule, they have two atoms each. In ozone, there are three atoms. In phosphorus, there are four. And in sulfur, there are 8. So, atomicity can be defined as number of atoms in a given molecule. For example, oxygen O2 has atomicity 2. Ozone O3 has an atomicity of 3. Benzene, this is C6H12. 6 carbon and 6 hydrogen. So total how many? 12. So benzene has an atomicity of 12. Molecules that have two atoms are called diatomic molecules. Di means two. Some of the common examples are hydrogen H2, nitrogen N2, oxygen O2, fluorine F2, chlorine Cl2, bromine Br2, iodine I2. So these are diatomic molecules. They have two atoms in one molecule. Molecules which have three atoms are called triatomic. So in triatomic molecules, you have 3 atoms. So here you have ozone, O3. This is carbon dioxide, CO2. So 1 carbon and 2 oxygen. Here you have how many? 1, 2, 3 and 4 atoms in one molecule. So this is tetraatomic. Tetra means 4. Molecule having 4 atoms. For example, phosphorus, P4. This is tetraatomic. Those molecules which have more than 3 atoms are also called polyatomic molecules. Polyatomic molecule is a molecule with more than 3 or 4 atoms. So here S8 or sulfur is a polyatomic molecule. So children, let us revise atomicity. Atomicity means number of atoms present in a molecule. Now some of the atoms can remain independent. So those form monoatomic molecules. Mono means one. Diatomic, which are consisting of 2 atoms. Triatomic, which consist of 3 atoms. And tetraatomic with 4 atoms. And polyatomic consisting of more than 3 atoms. Generally, metals and inert gases like helium, neon, argon, they are monoatomic. Atomicities of some common elements are shown here. In this slide you can read argon, helium, they are monoatomic. Argon and helium both are inert gases. Then oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, chlorine, they are diatomic. Phosphorus has 4, so atomicity is 4. Sulfur, polyatomic. Sodium is a metal, monoatomic. Iron, monoatomic. Aluminium, monoatomic. Copper, monoatomic. So dear students, I hope this video will help you to understand the topic atomicity. Thank you.